Browns getting ready to face a challenge. They will face the Baltimore Ravens Sunday at home. Ken Dorsey named the play caller for the offense yesterday, and it was official. Jameis Winston, the quarterback, the day before. Dorsey talked about taking on the play calling duties.
I think at the end of the day, we're really going to still just look at, all right, how are we going to best attack a defense based off of our personnel and try to utilize our personnel in the best way. And that's just the focus on a week-to-week basis. And so I think that's the way I approach it. I think that's the way Kev approaches it. And I think that's the best way. Is there's not a magic, a magic coach or a magic pill, to play better on offense. It's going to be work. It's going to be attention to detail. It's going to be us at the end of the day locking in and fighting and going out and playing with, extreme physicality, playing with speed, playing with confidence. So. In terms of that perspective, I think I'm taking that same approach as a coach, as every player should be. We want to freaking go out and play fast, physical, accountable football to each other. And I think that's the approach I'm going to take, and I think that's the approach that every single player should take that steps out on the field.
With that, let's welcome in Quincy Carrier, Untitled Unfiltered Browns coverage. Quincy, when I watched the Browns this year, that is an ingredient that has been missing. They are no longer physical, especially on the offensive line. That was kind of a trademark. I don't know if it's injury. I don't know if it's scheme. It's probably a bunch of things, but they're not as physical as they used to be.
I would peg it at injury and age, right? Would probably make the most sense there to blame for that. The Browns have had a ton of injuries throughout the offensive line. I don't think they've had their full starting five out there yet this season. So obviously injuries have played a part, and where injuries haven't played a part, age has. I mean, Joe Bitonio was drafted in 2014. Just think about some of the guys in the draft class and where their career's sitting at now. It's not a surprise that Joe Bitonio's starting to taper off as far as his effectiveness goes. Then you look at other guys. Wyatt Teller's been in and out the lineup. He's probably one of the most physical offensive linemen you have. Jack Conklin's back out there, but he's also working back from an ACL injury that took him out for over a calendar year. Jed Wills was almost out for almost a calendar year as well. So like these injuries, they have effects even once these guys get back on the field. And to the guys who aren't injured, most of those guys are old, right? Like I think it's just a combination of injury and age that has hit your offensive line.